All right, well, I'm gonna cutting the
Just gonna open a
plastic.
couple, or are you gonna open the whole?
No, I'm opening up a
Shabam.
couple because I didn't realize that there was no sleeves. You should have boards in them, you savage. Not being a good Boy Scout right now. All right, so this is my first official Magic box. So I don't know if it's.
I don't think you've ever bought a bundle before, have you?
If I have not, that's a lot better without that foil on there. That glare looks good. All right.
So the cool thing about the bundles is that after you open it, like you can see here, you'll have a nice, because it's got a cardboard insert that's making it like big and fat like that. But when you open it, you'll have a nice box like this to keep all your cards in.
There's like a cool, almost like Dungeon Master screen kind of vibe from the inside of this box. I don't know if you can see.
I used to keep those, but I started.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I don't know. I might use that for something.
Yeah, it's like all like some people open them up and they like treat them almost like posters.
Yeah, so I might do with it something. All right, there's just an ad. I'm just trying to get through the littles. Now, there's a box at the bottom that doesn't have anything in it. This probably just pumps it up.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty sweet box, though. This might.
Mm-hmm. Put dice in it.
Yeah.
Pens. I like that little box at the bottom.
All right, so this is the main. This is what you're really going after. This is a sweet box. Now I know where you get all the cool stuff. Because the life counters and all little pieces and stuff like that, I was always like, where do you get that? You know what I mean? And I have a couple life counters from you.
Which I've got, oh my God, because usually I didn't do it this time because I bought a box.
Yeah.
But I stopped buying boxes years ago. And the main reason why is because I don't do standard.
Okay.
Because standard rotates, and you have to if you want to be competitive, you got to go to F&Ms on Fridays, and I can't always get to an F&M.
Yeah.
And so, and the reason why I like EDH is because it's called a non-rotating format. So it's a format that does not have where they're okay, starting October 18th, you can no longer use cards from these sets. It's like everything's always legal unless there's some interaction that causes a bunch of bullshit and it gets banned.
Popular formats right here.
Yep.
Definitely going to go through that. So dude, it says oversized. This is oversized. This is awesome.
Oh yeah. The new life counters that come in those. Yeah. Cause I don't know if I've got an
dude, I love this. I got it on film for a bit, but I love this.
Oh, I do. Because I don't think you'll have one
orange honey kind of crystallization vibe going on.
So I'll try to do it on camera here, just for effect. But yeah, this is
fan them out.
This is the new nice. That's the new oversized one. This is what that's what the regular life counter used to look like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's truly oversized.
Yeah, I don't have a 20 on my desk. You'd think I would, but I don't.
And I always tell people too that these are because they're life counters. I always hate. I'm a stickler when I go to Magic tournaments. I don't like when people roll life counters.
No, you don't roll life counters.
They're not randomized.
Yeah.
But I'm also not a fucking douchebag. So when a 15-year-old new Magic player grabs his life counter and goes high roll and then rolls it, I'm not like, well, hold on.
Swat it off the table. Yeah. All right. So
I lost that small life counter, but fuck it.
Here's this little card with things written on it. So this has first strike, life link, reach, +1/+1, hexproof, menace, flying, death touch, vigilance, +1/+1.
Oh, that's awesome. So they're giving you that in the nice.
So that's pretty.
So sweet. Yeah, that's how you can keep track of that shit. I said it was going to be hard to keep track of.
This is the premium, and then the regular lands. Obviously, this is the regular ones, and then I have. Is this my a classification? That's my dude. This is my man.
That's just a premium version of that card.
All right, so
that's a big enchantment. I think that thing costs like What's the mana cost on that?
It is
What's the
5
color?
and then 2 green. So that means you have to have 5 total, and 2 of them must be green. Just to
No,
refresh.
5.
Any color.
Put it up to the camera real quick again.
5 any color, and then 2 green.
Yeah. So you have to have a total of 7 mana.
Shit. Okay. I need to remember. Oh, so
you can have 7 green, or you could have like 5 whatever. But isn't that the one that gives your creature like +20/+20 or something like that?
This one? Yeah. Holy shit.
That's a Timmy card right there. So there's different Magic archetypes like Spikes, Timmys, and Johnnies. Timmys are the ones that are like, I just want to play this big, I want to make this,
huge
this
ass
thing work. Spikes are like me. I'm the guy that's sitting there with a Doom Blade, and I'm waiting for when he's gonna go to put this on his creature, I'm gonna kill his creature before he can put it on it, and then it fizzles and it does nothing.
All right, I'm gonna open up one pack. Let's open up one pack. Just to see what it's. I haven't opened up a pack in years.
Well, I'm hoping that you get
everything.
A card with Mutate in it, so I can talk about Mutate.
All right, get that nice paper crinkly.
So I'm still trying to figure out. I'm interested to see because I haven't opened up any of my new packs. But when Moonshot delivered my stuff, I had bought a pre-release kit because they couldn't do their pre-release. So that's 6 packs plus a little bonus. And then I got the box. Well, when they delivered my box and my pre-release kit, there was 2 random loose boosters in the box with it, almost like here you go, thanks for your business. And I was like, oh sweet. But here's the thing, they felt really weird. They were thinner than that foil type package you open. And the other thing that was weird about it is that when you open both those boosters, everything was reversed. Your token was in front, and then it went your rare, your uncommons, and your commons. And instead of going commons, uncommons, then your rare.
Do you want me to read any of these? I got Lurking Deadeyes, nice black card.
I like that card.
Blazing Volley, Phase Dolphin, Corp Churn, Forbidden Friendship. Friendship. Again.
That's the dude that's in love with the dinosaur.
Nice. I
like that Forbidden Friendship. Is that the one that's you create a human and a dinosaur? The Forbidden Friendship? It's you create a human token and a dinosaur token.
I know this game had bestiality in it. Create a 1/1 red dinosaur creature token with haste and a 1/1 white human soldier creature token.
So I've got that card in my cube, and that's really cool because one of my cards I got was a foil dinosaur token.
Nice. Ooh.
So I got the token to go with it.
See, now I'm actually, I don't know, maybe my luck has changed with
get a mythic?
I don't know what this is. I'm going to show it to my side camera first, and I'll show it to you. Okay. Migratory Greathorn, but it's in that really cool comic style.
Oh, nice.
So.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Nice. Pop right in. That's sweet.
I love that card too. So I'm not a big fan of the mutate mechanic, but I actually like that one. If I'm going to play mutate.
Now, if I'm looking for the description of mutate.
Yeah. So it should say something like, whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card and put it into play tapped.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. So here's how mutate works.
I got a cat. Right? When did we get a cat?
So I'm gonna find a card here.
Oh, it's a token. It's a life token.
This is a perfect example. Go back to that Migratory Greathorn real quick.
Oh, it's on top.
Okay, so what is its power and toughness at the bottom?
It is a 3/4.
Okay, so it's a 3/4, and
you
it's
can
got
mutate
this creature
with
mutates
2 colorless and 1 green.
2 colors and 1 green to do it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is how mutate works. See this card right here?
Sort of.
I'll read it to you.
Okay,
so this is Bloom Hulk.
Okay.
It's a 4/4 plant elemental. It says when Bloom Hulk enters the battlefield, proliferate.
Okay.
So that's that. You can change your counters, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So say you've got this card on the battlefield, right? And then you got that Migratory Greathorn. You can cast that for, what was it, 2 colorless and a green?
Yeah, 2 colorless.
So you can cast that for 3 mana,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're going to either put it on top of or below this creature, because it's got to be a non-human.
Okay.
Because the whole point is like it's a monster, like, so
Yeah.
that's why it's non-human. This is what was confusing me, is I was like, well, like, how do you decide if you want it on top or on the bottom, whatever? So think of it this way. It doesn't, as far as all the bullshit that's written on this card and all the bullshit that's written on that card, the Migratory Greathorn, is the same no matter whether you put it on top or the bottom. What changes is the power and toughness. So that's a 3/4, right?
Yeah.
So if you put that on top, this card here is going to become a 3/4. If you put it on the bottom of this, it's going to become a 4/4. So it's going to get 1 extra attack. But that effect still happens no matter what you do. And then it also has all the shit that's printed on this card. So this is a bad example because this is like a when it comes into play ability. But say this card had, instead of saying, let's just say it said at the beginning of your upkeep, you scry 1, which is you look at the top card. Scry is you look at the top card of your library, and then you can either keep it on top or you can put it on the bottom.
Yeah.
So if you put that Migratory Greathorn on this, on bottom, it's going to become a 4/4 with, when it mutates, you go get a basic land card and put on the battlefield, and it's going to have still, at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1, if that's what's printed on this card.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
so you're going to get all the effects that are printed on both cards, and then you're going to get the power and toughness of whatever creature's on top.
Wow, because you go, whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. So this brings in an extra land for you.
So now there's a card that's called Pouncing Shark. Let me see if I've got it. I think I do.
So is it Pouncing?
Because this
Pouncing Shark. Do.
There's Pouncing Shore Shark. So Pouncing Shore Shark.
Sure.
Pouncing Shore Shark says mutate 3 and 1 blue.
Okay.
And it's also got flash, which flash, if you remember back, you have instants and sorceries. Instants you can do anytime. Sorceries have to be on your turn.
Yeah.
Flash is just a creature that you can cast as an instant. So we're not worried about that. But what I'm wanting to get at is that it says, whenever this creature mutates, you may return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. Now, this is where mutate gets pretty fucking cool. So you've got your Bloom Hulk on the battlefield. You use your Migratory Greathorn and mutate onto the Bloom Hulk, and you go and get your fucking basic land card and put it away. Then a turn or two later, you put your freaking Shore Shark on top of that stack of cards. Now you're going to go get another land again because it mutated, and you're going to get the return target creature and opponent controls its owner's hand.
Wow.
So you're always getting them. You're always getting the effects that are written on all the cards, no matter how big that stack is.
Wow.
Now, this shit we could talk about when it comes into play, but they have had to release a rules document like 3 pages long just on mutate. But there's certain things that work and don't work not like you would expect it. So I think that the problem that a lot of us seasoned Magic players were having when it came to this mutate mechanic is that we were looking at it more like almost like it was an enchantment because you're putting it on top of or below of a creature. Now, if you remember, an enchantment is just nothing but like almost like equipment or something that you put on that creature. Yeah. And so if you say like, I'm going to put that classification that 7 mana, I'm going to put this classification on my Bloom Hulk. I have the chance to respond to that, so I can say, "Oh, hold on a second. Yep, Doomblade, kill your Bloom Hulk." Now, when it goes to your turn, when it comes back to you to resolve that spell, that fucking classification has nothing to attach itself to, so it just goes in the graveyard. So that's what we call a 2-for-1 because you just lost your creature and you lost your classification. Mutate doesn't work like that. If you go to put the Pouncing Shore Shark or the Migratory Greathorn onto your Bloom Tender, or Bloom Hulk, sorry, and I kill the Bloom Hulk before you, then your mutate creature still comes into the battlefield.
Yeah, it just
doesn't get the mutate. It just doesn't get the mutate effect because it didn't mutate.
It didn't mutate. Okay.
Same thing with blink effects. So they have spells that are like exile a creature and then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. What happens is, say you've got like 4 creatures like mutated onto each other. What'll happen is if you blink that out, they're all going to come back in unattached to each other. So you're just going to have like a small army of creatures.
Yeah, a big Cronenberg,
which could be
separated.
Like actually like a next level thing that you like. Yeah. Well, I can't get through with this one big giant creature because he's got like an army of blockers, but I'm gonna blink these guys
apart.
I'm gonna attack them with my own army, and then
win
the attrition war there. So, but that's getting really, really into like next level shit. With the mechanic. Wow. But I was just trying to give you, because I'm like, God damn it, the mutate thing confused the hell out of me when we first got it. You know what? I just realized you said, why am I always coming in during like a moment? You came in when they introduced like them flipper cards too.
Yeah.
Which was a big, because it was like, if it meets this criteria, you flip the card over.
The card over, yeah. I always come in during tumultuous times. Do you want to open up yours real quick?
Yeah. So I got the blue theme booster because I love blue. When I started playing Magic, I was actually a black-red.
You're black-red, yeah.
I was black-red because my first theme deck was like a black-red vampire deck.
Nice. I was green, and then I stayed away from white, and then I did green-black, because remember there was like another kind of tumultuous time of when they made the green, when all the colors they rotated, as like green was primary and black was secondary. Yeah, and people were like pissed because green is like supposed to be like nature and life, and black is death, and you know what I mean. It was like this weird like, why is green with black?
Right. So there's definitely a thing that's like it's called the color pie, and each color has like it's basically the things that like you expect from that color. You know, like green, for example, is like it's like the color of abundance. So it's got cards that like let you get more land cards. It's got cards that let you tap for extra mana. It's also the creature heavy color. So it's the color that's known more for its bigger creatures, and it's nature. It doesn't like artifacts. Yeah. So it's the color that really can deal with artifacts. You contrast that with a color with a color like black, and black is like the color of like sacrifice and like killing shit. So like
you had a deck where you just bury your creatures and you kept powering up, and I was like, what the fuck?
So like black is known for like pinpoint removal of creatures. So it's got like the kill spells, like kill your creature, do that. It's also the color that likes to it uses life as a resource. So there's a lot of black cards that are like pay 2 life, draw a card. Yeah. Like you're not afraid to use your life as a resource. But one thing that black cannot do is they have like hardly any cards that destroy artifacts or enchantments. They can kill creatures all day long, but they can't fuck with artifacts or enchantments. Same thing with green. Green's the opposite. The green's got like little to no kill your creature spell, because you're killing creatures by either blocking their creatures with your big ginormous one, or you're forcing them to block because you're trampling through with a dinosaur, and they have to but you can kill artifacts. So what you do is, if once you get to like that next level where you can start like making multicolored decks, is you pair the two together. Now you're playing black green, you're ramping into your spells, you're putting in late game big monster threats, but you also have the cards that can kill enchantments, kill their creatures. Now, if all of a sudden Wizards today printed a 3 mana black spell that said destroy target artifact or enchantment, people would be like, this is the fucking craziest thing I've ever seen, because black doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're referring to. They did have years ago, they had a set that was called Color Shifted, which is they introduced off-color counterparts to those like timeless cards that we all remember. So like there's a card that's called Wrath of God. It's white card, destroy all creatures. That's what it says. Well, they introduced a black one called Damnation, and it's the black version. It's destroy all creatures, and that was like pretty wild back when that happened. That was years ago. So, but anyways, I opened up my pack. Nice. So it's that cardboard box, but instead of getting like a booster pack, that's what you get. You get this like thicker.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I had a couple of that.
Thing here, but I'm gonna open this up and see if I get any spicy blue cards for my cube or my EDH decks. So I did get my first common. I'm not gonna talk about all like you, but my first common, just for people that like want Facet Reader. I love this card in draft. It's pay 1, draw a card, then discard a card. A lot of people, newer people, underestimate cards like that, because they're like, well, I want to draw a card, but I don't want to discard a card. But I'm like, yeah, but late game, if you've got 3 lands in your hand and no threats, draw a fucking card and discard one of those lands.
Yeah, because I remember I built a deck, and I remember one of the issues one of the early builds I had was like, the problems I'd run into is either not having enough mana or having too much mana. And then all you're doing is your turn's like, I play a mana.
I got the cover child of that box. I got the Frost Links, another limited staple. I got a sweet mutate card. Got one of those inked.
Nice.
Dreamtail Hydrant. That's good. Oh, that's really funny. Nope, never mind. I thought I got the same card, just the real version of it. So that was going to be like the perfect time to. Oh, I did. So there you go. I got some really fire cards in here.
Nice.
So that's what the card's supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
That's the alternate art. So not only is it inked and extended off the borders, but well, no, that's not extended. But anyway, but it's also like completely different art.
That's really cool.
Which is cool.
Nice.
I'm really glad that they did that.
Yeah, no, it's a nice touch.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare for card shots, because they have to have like the regular version, the foil version, and then they have to have like the alternate art version and the alternate art foil. So it's like they have to like categorize one card like 4 different
times. Yeah.
Just because I know this set, the only other time I ever bought one of these theme sets, it was a set I didn't know very well, because I've had a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Like a lot of experience the last month with this set that this theme deck does. I mean, it's not going to be you're not going to win fucking tournaments with it, but the like the number of cards and stuff that I've gotten it really does seem like, dude, if you just jam 24, 25 cards into this deck, you could go. Like, it gives you a starting point. It gives you a really good starting point. I mean, it came with the Thieving Otter. I love that card. I mean, it's a common. Whenever Thieving Otter deals damage to an opponent, draw a card.
Might need to.
You learn very early on in Magic that the more cards you can draw, the better it is.
Yeah. Might need to make a second run to
Ominous.
My shop.
Okay, this card right here, Ominous Seas. This is my version of like your kind of like, I just want to get this big done dino out, and then it's like, oh, it got killed. This thing says, whenever you draw a card, put a foreshadow counter on Ominous Seas. Remove 8 foreshadow counters from it and create an 8/8 blue Kraken token. And it's like, I played this in a draft and I'm like, I just want to get there. And as soon as I fucking made my 8/8, they were like, nope.
Yeah, just get that off, slap it.
Yes. I knew I was probably going to get one of these in my box, but I'm actually really glad I bought this for show purposes. I've wanted this card for my cube. They literally printed Sharknado on a card.
No,
it's called Shark Typhoon.
Shark Typhoon. Nice.
And it's literally a typhoon that's got a bunch of fucking
sharks in it.
But I love this card for cube.
Nice.
For those that don't know what
what's a cube is?
My cube. All right, so a cube is we talked about limited, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll just show you. No, I'm not gonna show you. I gotta dig around. So what a cube is, it's kind of like EDH too, because it's primarily singleton.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're doing is that like all these sets.
Mm-hmm.
So we keep talking about limited, like we're talking about draft, we're talking about pre-releases. All of these sets, when they come out, they're supposed to be pretty much balanced for what would be referred to as a limited environment. So you're going to have like a certain amount of kill spells, a certain amount of answer spells in there. Like they printed a card called Heartless Act, which is a kill spell. How did they balance this card for the current format? Destroy target creature with no counters on it, or remove up to 3 counters from target creature. They printed that card. Why? Because they just printed a set that's all counters. It's got a lot of like counter shit in it. What you do with a cube is you basically are your own sets creator, and so you go through the whole history of Magic. And you create your own 360 card. They're usually at least 360 cards, because 360, if you did 15 card packs, then you would be able to support 8 people. But what a cube is it's a balance. Like you should have like the same number of white cards, same number of black cards, same number of blue cards, so on and so forth. But it's your own environment of like basically the best cards throughout Magic's history. And then you get together with your friends, you shuffle the whole cube up. So it's at least, like I said, it's at least 360 cards. You shuffle the whole cube up, and then you make packs of 15 cards. So you do 15 card piles, and then you give them like 3 to each player in your group, and then you draft like you're doing a pack. That's cool. It's not actual packs, obviously.
That's cool. That's a really good idea.
Unless you're cool like my friend Min, who did this for me for my birthday. We were able to get together. We just happened to get together for an EDH day one last time, but like none of us knew. Like we kind of were talking about it. We're like, hey, what do you think's going to happen with this like weird virus that's coming out and stuff? I was like, man, I don't know. It's getting kind of crazy. But he gave me, he had a whole bunch of extra. He gave me these things right here. These are actually, so after you're done shuffling your cube up, you can make
Oh,
packs.
that's awesome.
So they're little teeny, they turn into little teeny boxes. You put 15 cards in each one, and then it's not needed. It's just
that's cool.
A little neat thing. Yeah. I like it because you can do all your shuffling and your pack making before you go. Yeah. Meet up with your friends.
Now, what do you do with lands?
They're already in these like little things they open.
Now, what do you do with your lands? You just give them lands separate?
Yeah, my cube's got 50 of each land already in it, already sleeved up, already in it. So they can just go and get their lands. And so you just literally draft it. But the thing that's crazy about it is that like you open up, like that 15 card booster pack in it, and it's got what I think the layout of a booster pack is 10 commons, 3 uncommons, a rare or mythic rare, and then a land, a basic land. So that's your 15 cards. Well, you can only get 1 rare or mythic rare in your pack, and then you've got commons and non-commons. But when you open up a cube pack, you're like, holy shit, I've got like
tons.
like the best shit that's ever been printed in Magic, like all sitting in a pack.
Nice.
So, but I've been working on that a little bit. So
cool.
I've eyeballed about maybe 6 cards from this new set that I want to add to my cube.
Nice. All right. Anything else? Be good?
No, I did not. I should have anticipated that I was going to go spiral out of control.
I'm glad. It prepared me a lot.
I've always wanted to do a Magic podcast. But I don't have anybody to do a Magic podcast with, and so it's like you let me flex my Magic muscles.
We're gonna try to do this more often with some Magic. Because speaking of anybody who's watching this and gets to this point, I would like to actually get some sessions of me and you playing digitally. We haven't figured it out 100% way to do that. If anybody has any tips out there, let me know. That is greatly appreciated. I want to figure out a way, because not only can we play this, we got some other card games, and just with the way everything is going, we're probably not going to be in contact with each other for a while. So
Yeah.
yeah. But anyone that can help us figure out a way to do Magic over the internet would be great. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Subscribe, do the things that you do. So, all right, man.
I just choked on my own spit. It's not COVID.
And not that. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Later.